The brazen, practical, heartfelt emotions of the cinematic stories in the 80s and 90s have forever shaped the modern identity of Hong Kong. This city has embraced that exact idea of itself, and I have 48 hours to see it all. I have found my way to Xiè Xiè, where I'm starting the culinary journey. Thousands of different restaurants and snacks have emerged over the centuries out of necessity and desire. Kung Wo Beancurd Factory. Kung Wo is famous for their tofu milky pudding. Supposedly, tofu was invented by accident by a prince trying to discover an elixir for eternal life. That's shocking, because typically tofu makes me want to die. But this is hella tasty. Kind of want another one. Pro tip, if you're ever traveling and you don't know where to eat, just look for the place with a long line, because I guarantee that's gonna be fire. This spot is called Yik Tai, and it's supposed to have very good chung fun. I don't know if I said a bit of that correctly. I'm trying. It comes out with like a sesame sauce on it. Then you can add your hot chili sauce and hoisin. This is actually a Cantonese dish. There are just thousands of places like this. They originally popped up to feed the working class and everybody that needed something quick. How did Hong Kong become such an economic and culinary powerhouse? Turns out the answer is pretty dark. Hong Kong used to be a pretty simple fishing village until Britain turned it into a port for the East India Trading Company. They originally imported cotton from India to China. However, once cotton became not profitable, they turned to importing opium made from Indian poppies. Opium was legal for medicinal purposes in China. However, once the whole country became addicted to it, they made it illegal because it was what? An epidemic. Sound familiar? Great Britain did not want to lose that revenue. So what did they do? They started the first Opium War with China, which they won. At that point, a 99-year lease was signed by Britain for Hong Kong. To put it bluntly, Great Britain took Hong Kong from China via war so that they could continue selling illegal drugs to Chinese people. Yeah. Dim sum originated in southern China before becoming the culinary beast it is here in Hong Kong. I cannot leave without eating at the original Tim Ho Wan. The baked barbecue pork buns here are legendary. And there's a good reason. The bun itself has some sweetness to it, but then the barbecue pork is just so savory and rich. Full, delicious food. Fuck yeah. I am getting pretty full already though. When you talk about dim sum in Hong Kong, one name that comes up quite a bit is One Dim Sum. The steamed beef balls are supposed to be legit. I mean, who doesn't love some steamed beef balls? What am I about to eat? I really like the shrimp and vegetable dumplings.
No.
No. That one. I just got scolded for dipping it in the wrong sauce. They take their dim sum very seriously here. And I can see why. It's fucking delicious. Steamed beef ball. I'm gonna dip this one in the right sauce. Don't want to get slapped. Maybe I do. Those are some steamy balls. Plus, if you dip them in the wrong sauce, you get yelled at by the waitress, which is kind of hot. I really can't eat anymore right now. Now, I loved all those 80s and 90s movies that took place in Hong Kong, but what about all of that organized crime? I mean, mafia that uses kung fu, that shit is badass. Where is that? I want to find that. Actually, I don't want to find that at all. Xiè Xiè is supposedly heavily influenced and controlled by the triads. Where's Jackie Chan? Backflip off a dumpster and kick a dude in the face? Let's do it. In all seriousness, the triads were actually created to overthrow a corrupt king dynasty. And now they've turned into this worldwide crime syndicate that is based right here out of Hong Kong. One of the most iconic skylines in the world. With the huge trade market and the limited land, they've been forced to build all skyscrapers. They actually have more skyscrapers over 150 meters than any other city in the world. Despite so many years of British and Western rule, Eastern religion still remained dominant here in Hong Kong. And it couldn't be any more evident than at the Manmo Temple right here in the middle of the city. This is dedicated to the god of literature and the god of war. And I think they declared war on your senses because inside here is an insane amount of incense. The smell is so strong. It's simultaneously soothing and concerning. This temple is like the city block that time forgot. The developers could not get their hands on it because surrounding it are all skyscrapers and modern structures. Victoria Peak is said to have the best views of the Hong Kong skyline. To get up to Victoria Peak, you take the tram. This is actually a lot more steep than I had anticipated. This is Victoria Peak. It is the backdrop to the most badass skyline in the world. And it actually used to be a pirate lookout as well. The haze is really creating a perfect mood for what I've always envisioned Hong Kong to be like. I have got such FOMO looking out over this city because I can tell there is so much going on right now and I'm not in it. So I need to go get in it. With great food comes great mixology, and Hong Kong is no exception. I have a habit of sometimes drinking my dinner, and that's kind of the case right now, but that's okay. I'm gonna get something later, but for right now, I am at Bar Leone, which is the #2 bar in the whole world. This is the kind of bar I could get lost in. Old habits die hard, so I have the Hong Kong Old Fashioned with a side of smoked olives. These olives are so smoky. And with that, I will disappear into the Hong Kong night. These tall and narrow buses remind me something out of Harry Potter. Here in Hong Kong, they don't have just regular rush hour traffic. They have the world's longest outdoor covered moving walkway / escalator rush hour. Car ownership in Hong Kong is very low. Tens of thousands of people use these every day, and that's going to include me today. I don't know which Hong Kong businessman did a bunch of cocaine and said, you know what would make my morning commute easier? A mile-long moving walkway that takes me straight from my apartment to my office where I can do more blow. And all right, I've officially reached the end of the escalators. Now I gotta walk back up. I did not think this through. Damn it. Man, Central Hong Kong is bustling, and it is shockingly clean. New York City could take a lesson out of this book, let me tell you. I don't smell trash, I don't smell piss. How sad is it that that is a metric as an American? This city is clean, I don't smell piss. Get it together. Last night at the bar, I got complimented on my Cantonese pronunciation. Little did she know, I was hammered and speaking English. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Shou Mei, or roasted meats, is one of the most popular and traditional foods here in Hong Kong. And char siu is the most popular, which is roasted pork. Oh man, this looks so good. Joy Hing is supposed to be super famous for their char siu, but I also got a roasted goose combo to check them both out. Look at this. Wow. This is ridiculously good. What I wouldn't give to have this char siu and a bowl of ramen back home in Denver. Wan Chai, Hong Kong. It's a neighborhood just to the east of the city center and is a mix of modern and old school Hong Kong. I really liked the tofu pudding, so I asked around and someone suggested I try the steamed milk cold from Shun Milk Company. And it's actually made from buffalo's milk. I like buffalo, so it's got a film on the top of it. That's really interesting. It's sweet like the tofu pudding, but it's also savory. It's got a little bit of like a cheese flavor to it. Great. Now I like bison milk. I'm gonna get in trouble milking some farmer's bison in Colorado. Just what I need on my record. Roast goose in Hong Kong goes back to a pre-World War II restaurant serving roasted meats to factory workers. Now the guy that started that restaurant, his name was Cam, and his grandchildren opened this award-winning spot called Cam's Roast Goose. Yeah. There are Michelin stars all over the wall of this place. They're doing something right. This poor goose had such high hopes. Going to a Michelin star roast goose restaurant in Hong Kong, only to end up in a to-go box in my hotel room refrigerator, waiting for my drunk ass to drop it on the floor and still eat it later. Okay, I can see why it's gotten a Michelin star. The char siu here is more like what we call pork belly in the States. It has a similar flavor, but the texture and fattiness of it is pork belly. Dai Pai Dongs are outdoor food stalls that have played a huge role in the everyday eating habits of Hong Kongers. Think of them as the origin of the food truck, and we love those. Oi Man Sam, which is a Dai Pai Dong that's been operating since 1956. I ordered the stir-fried beef and potatoes in black pepper sauce. This is by far the best black pepper sauce I've ever had. I have no idea what beer this is, but it has the word ice on it, which in the US usually means it's something terrible. It's not that bad actually. Just tastes like Coors Light or something. It is fitting for Hong Kong to be home to the world's highest bar. This is Ozone. This bar is at 480 meters above sea level. That's more than 1,500 feet. You cannot get a better view of Hong Kong than this. I would like to say I've never been this high in a bar before, but that would simply not be true. Facts are facts. You mean I can turn this into the world's highest cigar bar? You bet your ass. The Skyline's starting to come to life. This drink came in a little topiary. Looks hydroponic. The coffee flavor is really strong in that one, which is okay. I could use some caffeine. Hong Kong shows off with the world's largest permanent display of light and sound. All that's missing are the drugs. This is now the world's highest cigar bar. Night markets are a quintessential piece of Hong Kong culture, and this is the Temple Street Night Market. It looks a lot like the night markets I went to in Taipei. This night market is selling everything. I mean, there are food stalls, clothing stalls, electronics, jewelry, and I'm pretty sure there's some ladies of the night for sale. They've got it all. A lot of the stalls say no photos. I wonder why they would say no photos. Do you think it's not real? I mean, I do love Hong Kong, but do they love me a long time? I definitely just got solicited by a lady of the night. 500 Hong Kong dollars for a massage. That's crazy. Oh, there's the ATM. Welcome to Nathan Road. I feel right at home. No wonder this is where all the dodgy shit happens. Fortune telling goes back 3,000 years in Chinese culture, and supposedly they set up at the end of Temple Street. Aha! I see a fortune teller. Let's go get ripped off.
You're handsome, ma.
I'm gonna get my fortune read right now.
Very long life. Very good job. Money job.
I like money.
Yeah, job very good job. You're bossy, yeah. Bossy.
I am. Yes. Ooh, what is this?
I tell you.
Okay.
Your money. Pick 7.
Oh,
2 pounds.
This one?
Yeah. This is 2 car. Pick one. Okay. Okay, though. Money, yeah. Yeah. Money.
Pulled the money card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really lucky.
Good cards. Good cards.
Good heart, honesty. And the wife together happy.
Wife?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's yet to happen.
Later.
Are there any bad cards in there?
Be good, lucky.
Thank you.
No problem. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
谢谢你哈。
Well, that fortune just cost me a fortune, but whatever. Good news. Few things are as synonymous with Hong Kong as neon lights. After World War II, they became a really good way to show that you were successful and prosperous. However, due to energy-saving efforts and cheaper LED lights, they're starting to disappear, and the culture is dying out. So really, I'm lucky to see whatever they have left, because eventually, it's all going to be gone. It's time for some street photography. The Star Ferry is iconic to Hong Kong. It has been taking passengers for over 130 years. This thing wastes no time. Probably the most efficient ferry I've ever been on. Egg puff is a traditional snack here in Hong Kong, and legend has it that the shape of the waffle is actually supposed to represent a Hong Kong version of the European waffle press. I don't really care what the reason is, it looks delicious. Mammy Pancake is actually a Michelin recommended street food here in Hong Kong, so I'm at the right spot.
Yes.
The egg puff is a lot like a waffle cone. The flavor is very similar and it's crunchy, only within the puffs, it's soft and doughy, so you get a really good combination of textures. I ain't mad at it. I don't normally eat such sweet things this early in the day, unless I met them on Tinder. There are so many temples in and around Hong Kong, it's hard to decide which one to go to. I decided to go to the 10,000 Buddhas Monastery. They have warning signs for scamming monks, fake monks that are asking you for money. The walk up is kind of a pain in the ass. It's over 430 steps, and it is lined with hundreds of individually characterized Buddhist men. These are all handmade, and some of them are quite strange. This my homie, he got the symbols. These definitely keep getting weirder. I think that one's holding a Pokeball. What in the world is this? Those are some eyebrows, man. Like, yo, you're telling me you're bald, but you've got 36-inch eyebrows? Yo. I guess they call him the selfie stick man. To me, looks more like Dollism from Street Fighter. And yes, I just aged myself. Whatever. Some of them have pupils now, and that is definitely making them more creepy. Whew. I finally made it to the top. They started construction on this monastery in 1949, and it took 8 years to complete, and then another 10 years to finish all the 10,000 Buddhas. This pagoda was actually featured on the 100 Hong Kong dollar bill. It's pretty iconic. I have always loved pagoda architecture. I don't know why, growing up, it just symbolized something so different, unique, and foreign to everything I was used to. All right, let's see 10,000 Buddhas. The name of this temple is a little misleading. There are almost 13,000 Buddhas, not just 10,000. And it's not a monastery. No monks live here, which is why there are the fake monks tricking you and getting your money. Some Buddhist statues are intense. Ah, yes, the Chinese zodiac. Much better than our astrology, or as I like to call it, space racism. What is your Chinese zodiac sign? Mine, I was born in the year of the monkey. I love culture, and I love these temples, But just knowing I have to go down all these stairs again, that's enough temple for me. And I am out of time. I feel it's important to remember that everything that is amazing here would no doubt be way different had the Opium Wars never happened. We can enjoy these outcomes and still mourn that process. Two things can be true at once.